Hi there, YouTube fans. This is Matt of Post-April 6th YouTube channel. Well, today is going to be another redux or redo of what I have done almost a month ago by now. I am going to fully activate a Phillips 32-inch high-def 6446 series HDMI brand spanking new television that I just bought at Walmart. And I bought it because I used the money that I got in a merchandise credit or gift card at Walmart when I turned in a TCL that was a colossal piece of junk. I mean colossal. I mean, I only had it 3 weeks and it was acting like it was already about to, just totally die out on me. Yeah. I took that thing apart, put it right back in the box, and I wrapped everything up, and I made sure to include all of the accessories, ingredients, components, and owner's manual and whatnot, and I took it back to Walmart via a lift ride from my apartment to Walmart, because walking down there, some people can do it, but with an object that heavy, that'd be way too hard on me. I mean, it would just about, it really whiten me out. It would really tear me apart. And after I got the, like I've already said, the gift card, I proceeded to walk to the other end of the store, which is, it's a considerable distance. It's about, I would say, probably 3 city blocks. I mean, the insides of that store is, at least 100,000 square feet. It's huge. It really is. It's huge. And I looked, and I decided on the Phillips. And I got a salesman, cashier woman to come over to assist me and get it undone. And she then actually, I carried it and I just followed her to the register, electronics sales register, and we got everything rang up, and I made sure to get a 3-year replacement plan on it, so this thing all of a sudden dies on me in the next 6 months to a year to a year and a half to 2 years to, well, somewhere between now and May 12th or May 13th of 2029, I can get a new one. And if it lasts longer than 3 years, well, after May 13th, 2029, if this thing dies on me, that's it. I'm going to take it to the dumpster after I get a new one, and life goes on. So, what's going to happen next is, and I'm not going to show assembling that because that's going to make this vlog like extremely long, and at point people are just going to be like, why does this guy have to show all this stuff? I don't get it. No, I don't want to do that to people. That's not fair. I mean, I wouldn't like it either. So, anyways, just stay tuned. Once I got everything assembled and I've got it plugged in and the activation starts, you're going to start to see the really good stuff, which is the actual activation. So just stay tuned. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Now the activation is officially starting. All right, I believe what is going on now is there is a tutorial on how to use the remote. Okay, now what is going on is the welcome process, because I pressed info to see if I can hurry things along, because it kept showing what I just displayed before, which, as I've already said, was remote control tutorial. So now let's press this. Okay, this is another step in the tutorial process, or excuse me, activation process. Okay, let me read this really quick. Okay, let me turn down the volume so the click, 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 click isn't so loud. Okay, the hotspot signal is connected, and this, what you're just seeing right now, right there, is the fact that the activation process is processing, and there's some refreshing going on, or something that would be that, that constantly circulating three-quarters circle, indicating that a signal is being processed, and that the next step is not in effect yet. So just stay tuned. I'll place things on pause until something else more interesting and informative to the viewer will pop up. Wow, finally, after 3 to 4 attempts, I finally got this. So I have to pause and get this processed before I can film anything else, because I don't want to see my own identity compromised. So just stay tuned. It's going to get really interesting from here on out, or here on in. You know what I mean. Okay, now it is expecting me to accept these little features of Google TV. Google services such as help improve Google TV, Google Home, recommendations and ads, location, updates, and apps. So I guess I'll press accept and see what happens now. Now it says, search across all your TV apps. Allow. Okay, now what I would assume is happening now is it says choose your services. Okay, so I have confirmed YouTube, Prime Video for Amazon Prime, okay, hold on. Let me do some more checking. Okay, so I haven't put in the high def indoor antenna by RCA, which is a pretty powerful one. Okay, now let's see what happens. It says progress 5%. Okay, there I adjusted the tripod a little bit better so things can be seen a little more clearly. Yeah, this time I used my activity table, and on top of the activity table I mounted the tripod, and things are a little more clearer this time instead of this shakiness. Oh, good. 26 digital channels. And the progress is 23%, so it's going to take some time to get the rest of this finished. I tell you, with this Phillips high def or HDMI high def smart TV, I'm already getting a better feeling about this one versus the other one, because the other one was doing just beautifully for a while, and then the last few days it was, pardon my expression, a really colossal pain in the frickin' ass. I'm sorry for talking so blunt like that, but it was really frustrating the hell out of me. But this thing's a lot better. Okay, I know I'm over on this side instead of center, but I like this, like I've already said. Okay, there's one more thing, and I will flip back to the TV itself. It says, register your TV. Simply register your product with www.phillips.com, blah, 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 or scan the QR code with a phone or tablet notebook. Well, I think I'm going to have to stop filming and take the smartphone off of the tripod and use the QR code and do it that way. So just stay tuned. It's going to get even better. Well, you know, I take it back. When I saw the next thing, I went ahead and started doing the setting up your Google TV. So why don't I pause for a bit until this part right in here gets more over this way instead of where it is now. Well, as things stand, it's still getting closer and closer to setting up Google TV. And the way I see it, it's better to just go ahead and get fully set up with Google TV. And what I'm going to be doing next, if it's not next, it's going to happen at some point to complete the activation process, is I'm going to look for the Roku app and download it. Because even if I can't download the Roku app, I'm not going to cry crocodile tears. I'll just watch my favorite program I like to watch through Roku, which is Simon & Simon, through my good old reliable Samsung Galaxy smartphone. So just stay tuned. Yeah, now that this has been going on, this part of the activation process, which is setting up your Google TV like it says on the screen, it's going to take a while longer. But I'm not going to film every second of this, because that's just going to really bore the living hell out of the watcher. Or the viewer. Sorry, the viewer. Aye. Aye, aye, aye. But meanwhile, what I've been doing while this process is going on is I took some Lily's cheeseburger. Hold on. It's called Lily's Toaster Grilled Cheeseburger. And believe me, it is good. And it's worth the money. Oh, did you hear that? That's the toaster, so I'm going to have to pause so I can eat some chow chow. I use this wonderful mechanical device. To put in the screws on the, I guess it's called the feet of it. So, like I've already said, just stay tuned, and I'm going to have me a nice cheeseburger. Okay, let's press on this next and see what happens. Really? Okay. I guess I better get that processed. Okay, I went through a lot of trial and tribulation, or you know what I mean. And now, as we speak, it's trying to get established with YouTube, meaning get fully activated with the YouTube app so that I can search for things that I like to see on YouTube. So, well, this is going to be a long one because oh God, I got so mad at the TV before this happened. When it wanted me to get fully established with Google TV, I pulled the plug on the TV. I waited a few seconds, plugged it in, tried to establish an internet connection with another cell phone provider that I have, and then what I did is when the service with the other cell phone provider I have through SafeLink did not connect, I got established with this one, AT&T hotspot. So it's in the works, but it's just going to take some more time. It's one of those things that takes a while. So just stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to try to see if I can get established with my Amazon Prime or Prime Video through Amazon, and I'll see what happens. I'm not going to do the sign-in process right now, but I'll show results of what happened. Okay, this went through successfully. I have muted what acting and dialogue is being said in this part of the thing, so that's all I can film of this, and I better stop right now so I'm not in violation of copyright rules. Okay, I just pulled up the YouTube app, and the fact that this has shown up without this old school text stuff right up here at the top is a good sign. So let me pause, and I will show a little bit of a video that I made, because if I show something else, there's a high likelihood that the YouTube channel could really raise hell with me, and I can't have that going on. So just stay tuned for just a brief couple of seconds. I prefer personally that it be baked in the oven because it tastes a lot better. I bake it for about 65. It's getting in there, it's getting in there. It's almost finished. just loves being petted, don't you, kitty? You're a sweet little kitty cat. Okay. I sure am glad that process with Google TV was finally completed, because I had to ask my account to be recognized with the Google TV app on the TV itself. And like I already said, I got so frustrated, I pulled the plug and I went through a whole different approach. The approach that I use I've already talked about. And what I just displayed, I'm sure a lot of you know this, but I'll go ahead and say it again. Go ahead and say it anyways, especially to inform the first-time viewers. The video that I just showed that was up on YouTube, it's my intellectual property. I created it. So there's really nothing anybody can do or say about it. Yep. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a little bit more activation procedures. So the video isn't over just yet. So, like I've already said probably at least 10 times already, please stay tuned. Thank you. Big surprise with the activation. With a special audio video input that was included with this, the accessories and items in the sale of this smart TV, Phillips. Not TCL, Phillips. I was able to hook up my VCR. Watch this. That, in my opinion, is a pretty big win. And when I turn it off, it looks like this. See that? Yeah. I'm really grinning ear to ear. And there were two different items that I bought as RCA to HDMI connector was one. The other one was it's a little electronic box, probably roughly about this big. I'm waiting for that in the mail. And quite unfortunately, what I'm going to have to do is mail that back as a return. Yeah, I don't like to do that, but when you got to do it, you got to do it. But when I really have to do it and I really want to do it, I'm up for it, and I got to do the return and get the thing processed start to finish. So there's a little bit more excitement in this thing. So, as I've said, probably at least 10 times, 15 times, 20 times, just stay tuned. There it is. See, that is the main menu, the home screen of my Phillips Blu-ray DVD. And let me tell you, them Phillips products last, because I've had this thing, I kid you not, since about August of 2022. I'm referring to the Blu-ray DVD player. Now, this Phillips device, this one right here, is brand spanking new, and not only that, I haven't even had it 24 hours yet. But me having it longer than a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that's going to change sooner than you think. So, there's going to be more excitement. Just hang on. Look at that screensaver. That is just beautiful. And that one too. Well, it's still looking for Roku. It's just going on and on and on and on and hasn't found it yet. What is going on? I mean, in a way, the activation was going according to plan, but just when things were going great, another complication is in place. Well, the whole activation process has been completed. And believe me, it was a long process to do. I could not get Roka, but just because I couldn't get it when I tried it last night doesn't mean I'm not going to try again, and I will try again. It's just not going to be today. When that will be that I will try again for Roku, hard to say, but it'll happen again at some point in the future. The other thing that happened is once the YouTube app was working on the television, I watched video after video after video after video after video until I just went to bed and collapsed. I was pretty tired. And I slept in until about 11 in the morning. I did some other things, and then after that I got up and I did the dishes, and then after that I cooked breakfast, and then after that I watched a video about a big bus tour of San Francisco that was posted within the last 4 days. And then when I got about a little more than 2/3 away done with watching the video, I looked at my smartphone for text messages, and there was a text message from the property manager stating that there's going to be a water shutoff at 1:45, and I'm like, whoops, I better stop watching, and I better go take a shower and get shaved and brush my teeth now, so I'm not out of water and can't clean myself up. And I got that all done, and then I watched the rest of the video, and then I watched a video on and it's something that's the late Stanley Kubrick did when he was a student. I want to say film school student, but that may not have been what type of student he actually was. And it was called, the title of the movie that was $3,000, I would assume. And he did it with a Super 8 camera that he had, or a camera that he got possession. He got loaned for the purpose of doing the movie. It was called Went to Stanley Kubrick Film School, or something like that. It was only about 7 or 8 minutes long, and there was verbal narration of Stanley Kubrick. And I enjoyed watching it. I really did. It showed what Stanley Kubrick looked like when he was all clean shaved and young, instead of the way he looked before he, quite unfortunately, passed away from a heart attack. At least that's the way I remember the way he died. Yeah, I think what happened when he died in 1999, he was driving in a car, and then a rock hit his windshield or something, and he had a heart attack, or he had a fatal car crash, something. Yeah, he died, I guess a little bit before his time, because it was his time to go, quite sadly. And what this video is about is that mostly to let people know that the Phillips smart TV that I just got yesterday is a pretty good one. It really is. And I also got to watch a little bit of television through what's called Free Play TV, which is provided by Google TV. And I saw a episode of Forensic Files, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Forensic Files one because I started to look at, before that I saw the Forensic Files or Forensic TV program. I started to watch part of a Nash Bridges program, but it's the one where even though, two thumbs up for Don Johnson playing Nash Bridges, he wasn't the problem. He was doing just as good as acting as he's supposed to do. But the woman who was, at first she was the victim, but then the one who always had the Grateful Dead, I think his real name was Jeff something, Jeff Perry or something. He investigated her really thoroughly, and he found out that she was involved in some pretty bad anti-government stuff. And this one was really a rat. She was bad to the bone, and she was placed under arrest. And social services or Department of Health and Human Services got custody of her son, and the son was placed in foster care, and the woman was taken to prison. Yep. Well, that's about it now, and I've got to edit this film and put it up on my YouTube channel. So thank you everyone for watching this vlog, and goodbye now.